Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, August 23rd, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Here's your warning. Today will be a little bit longer than usual. I told you about a partnership we're forging with Annapolis Moms Media, and today we're going to be adding a segment all about food, local food finds. But it's not staying here on Friday, and it will find a permanent home on Tuesdays starting next week. But first, we do have some news, so we better get into it, shall we? The Annapolis Democratic Central Committee has delayed the hearing to select a replacement for Alderwoman Ellie Tierney's Ward 1 City Council seat. It was originally scheduled for August 26th. The hearing is now going to take place on Tuesday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. The delay has raised concerns as it extends the timeline beyond which is generally allowed under the city charter. The mayor also gave notice on July 29th. The charter says that the seat should be filled by special election, as there were more than 15 months until the next general election. However, the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee is proceeding with the appointment process. The committee has not yet disclosed the names of the 5 candidates under consideration. Once a candidate is selected, their name will be submitted to the Annapolis City Clerk, and the mayor will swear them in at the next City Council meeting. I'm not sure about this hype, and I still say listen to George over at DCMD Weather, but forecasters are warning that the peak of this year's hurricane season could be particularly intense, with Accu Weather describing September as, quote, supercharged. Following the devastating impact of Hurricane Debby, which caused massive flooding and power outages along the East Coast earlier this month, Accu Weather predicts that 6 to 10 named storms could develop in the Atlantic Ocean between August 27th and September 30th. Experts are concerned that the combination of warm ocean waters, minimal dry air, and low wind shear could lead to frequent storms. The threat of flooding remains high, particularly in inland areas, that's us, that have already experienced significant damage this season. The best advice is to remain vigilant, but that's kind of a no-brainer. Several events are scheduled this weekend in the area. The Maryland Renaissance Festival kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. It runs throughout the weekend and through the most part of October. Local by Design at the Warehouse will host their monthly market, and the Bowie Bay Sox are going to be playing their second-to-last homestand this weekend. Baseball all weekend long. Tonight, the South Forest Drive Business Association is going to hold Movies Under the Stars at the Bay Ridge Shopping Center with live music and nearby dining options. It is free, a lot of fun. Bring a blanket, bring a chair, enjoy your Friday night. Tomorrow evening, it's perfect for dining outdoors and dinner under the stars. That'll be on West Street. Sunday is the day that's packed with the activities, including the SPCA's Puppy Plunge at Camp Letts starting at 11 a.m. That's $10 to get in per car. And just across the river at Quiet Waters Park, County Executive Pittman will be hosting the latest River Days, so you can get a chance to see what all the hype is about our rivers. The Annapolis 10-miler will also take place on Sunday morning with intermittent road closures expected, and that will wrap up by 10 a.m. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight on Saturday at noon. This week, we're going to be chatting with Save Our Trees. And we also dropped a bonus pod yesterday with Debby Boone, and she was, without a doubt, the most gracious guest ever. Make sure you give that a listen because it will light up my life. See what I did there? Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Melo, a very young and cute Shih Tzu mix who had a very sad and neglected beginning. Hopefully that's all going to be changing for him. You want to listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos and get all the information on how you can adopt them. As I mentioned, we're going to hear from Annapolis Moms Media with some great local food finds. And again, don't forget that we do have that daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. And here's a link right here in the show notes for you in case you're not signed up already. All right, that's it. Now it's time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and of course, the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. It's Friday, the weekend is here. Now it's time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Now hang tight, DCMDVA Weather is here, bringing you the only locally forecasted weather report you should care about. We are sliding in our local food finds today, and then Canines and Crosstreks. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief forecast for Friday, August 23rd. More amazing late August weather yesterday across the Annapolis region, and today will be another good one, with conditions staying sunny Saturday into at least Tuesday of next week, as temps warm back up to more average levels for this time of year. Look for sunny skies today with highs in the low to mid 80s, with tons of sun all weekend, with mid to upper 80s for afternoon highs on Saturday, followed by upper 80s to maybe lower 90s Sunday through Tuesday as schools kick off another school year on Monday across Anne Arundel County. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X each day for updates, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Stuck on trying to answer the dreaded question, what's for dinner? Local Food Finds by Annapolis Moms Media has you covered with family-friendly options that everyone will love. Whether you're planning a night out or grabbing something quick, we've got your dinner game sorted.
This is Sandy with Annapolis Moms Media, bringing you the best spots in and around Annapolis to satisfy your cravings. We're starting with a hidden gem on Main Street, and we've got plenty of tasty options lined up for you. First up, we might spot a Fox sign on Main Street in downtown Annapolis, signaling the entryway for Fox's Den, a family-owned American craft gastropub. It's all about comfort food with a twist here, anchored by their wood-fire brick oven pizzas. And here's a deal you can't resist. Every Monday, enjoy $5 off the price of a pizza when you purchase a beverage. Favorites include the pepperoni and peppercini for a little bit of heat, or indulgent fig and pig with its sweet and savory combo. If you're feeling adventurous, the Kyle Jeffrey pizza is a must-try. It's loaded with rich flavors like ricotta, basil pesto, spicy capricola, and fresh arugula. Now, if you've got a sweet tooth, don't miss out on Sweethearts Patisserie's $5 cake slice special. But hurry, this deal ends Saturday, so make sure you grab a slice of heaven before it's gone. Want something beyond pizza and dessert? Located just outside Anne Arundel County in Bowie is Rips, a longtime family-owned eatery that's been serving classic comfort dishes since 1952. Whether you're in the mood for a hearty New Englander breakfast with fried cod and eggs or the Montoya scrambled biscuits with steak and hollandaise sauce, Rips has you covered. Plus, they have a wine and spirits shop because why not add a little bit something extra to your meal? And for the sports fans, don't miss Skipper's Pier in South County. It's the perfect spot to catch the NFL preseason action with game day food and drink specials. Their build-your-own burger is a crowd favorite, but don't sleep on their Commander's strips or their Eagles egg rolls. Ravens fans, they've got a drink for you too. That's all for this week's local food finds. From pizza deals to sweet treats and game day specials, there's something for everyone. Happy dining, Annapolis.
It's a nap time Saturday night.
Get ready for the 2024 Annapolis Songwriters Festival, happening September 12th through the 15th. This year, they're bringing 4 days of incredible music with over 100 shows across 15-plus venues in downtown Annapolis. Don't miss headliners like Citizen Cope, J.J. Gray and Mofro, and Lee Brice, along with many more amazing artists. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. There are hundreds of hours of free showcases. Don't miss an unforgettable weekend of music, stories, and fun in the heart of Annapolis. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Right, back up here at the Annapolis Subaru at 149 Old Solomon's Island Road. And I can't help but notice that the parking lot seems a little sparse.
Yeah, we had an interesting event a few weeks ago where somebody hit a fire hydrant out in front of the dealership and caused a bit of a water show. So
I just saw those pictures.
we have
wow.
Look at that. You don't need to go to Vegas. You could have just stayed right here for another week and seen the
man.
mountains.
Yep, I was dropping my kids off, and I had a missed call from service manager, parts manager, used car manager, a couple other employees, and I was like,
Place is on fire.
what is happening? And then I pulled up, and there it was. A lot of pressure.
Free
in this.
car washes, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you want your car washed with rocks, glass, dirt, all the stuff, that was it was pretty wild. It was a nice. It was a Monday morning. It was just a lovely,
Great way to start the
typical
week.
little Monday morning.
Yeah.
So all good, all good. But yeah, no, we got plenty of cars. We got a really good inventory of Outbacks, Foresters, Crosstreks, Ascents. We got them all. Yeah, good incentives, good deals, still good trade numbers. So it's a good time to buy.
149 Old Solomon's Island Road and AnnapolisSubaru.com. Where you go.
We have a new fire hydrant.
That's right. That's right.
Come see the fire hydrant.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's right. When you see the fire hydrant, make sure you stay to the right or the left of it. Don't go into it.
Don't hit it.
Kelly, it was funny. I saw a thing where they were the Best Friends Animal Society. Do you know who they are? Are they like a big thing?
Yeah, they are. They do great work.
But they did a study on, like, this is kind of a bummer thing, but like euthanasia. And it said Maryland does a better job than most states of saving homeless animals.
Oh.
And they said that Maryland reported about 8,194 cats and dogs were euthanized in 23 statewide, which is very sad to me. And one quote they put, and I'll just read this, Julie Castle, who's the CEO of it, but she said, roughly 7 million people in America are planning to acquire a pet this year. If just 6% more of the people chose to adopt versus purchasing their pets, they would end euthanasia in their shelters.
Yeah.
6%?
6%.
Where they say
That's
adopt,
it?
don't shop. And it's
Do it,
happening.
people. Do it.
Yeah, and it's happening so much. Like we've talked about before. We are just getting so many purebreds coming from the puppy mills and coming from everyone that's just decided to breed in their apartments, their backyards, wherever, just to make some money. And now, if you drive around Annapolis, you see the signs of the puppies. Did you see those? Yeah, for the micro or the.
Well, this little guy looks kind of purebred with a bad haircut walking through, though.
That's a good haircut compared to what he walked in with to the shelter. Yeah.
Did you cut his hair, Kelly?
I did a little bit, but then somebody finished it. So, okay. But so Melo, he is a Shih Tzu and he's 4 years old, and he's now white. He came in and he was very matted and he was dirty and had a yellow tint to him. But and poor guy, so we shaved him like right away, and he's gotten 2 baths and now he's been neutered. But unfortunately, he came in and he'd been living in a crate inside the house, I guess, and then it was pee pads that were been there forever, and he was just stuck in this crate clearly, and that's
disgusting.
how he came to us. Yeah, it was really, really sad. So we immediately, and you can see he's a happy guy now. Hopefully he's kind of forgotten about all that. Yeah. I mean, he's just
walking
like,
over,
whatever.
Hey, this is kind of a cool little place.
He was great in the car, and
Hasn't
obviously
made a single noise.
No, he's not. And he's got his little party hat on just because he got neutered just yesterday.
Melo, you don't want to participate in the podcast?
Yeah.
He does. He's so cool.
Yeah. So he's a mix. He's a Shih Tzu mix, but very pretty dog. And I think when his hair grows out a bit, he's going to be even prettier, more handsome.
I think he'd be perfect for anybody. I mean, he seems very chill. I mean, he'd probably be very comfortable just to hang out on the couch and watch the next binge-worthy thing on Netflix.
He's got great eye contact.
He does. See how you look at dogs very differently now.
Staring into my soul.
He is. I know they had a baby in the house, but I'm not sure how much he interacted because I think he spent a lot of time in the crate.
That's a shame.
It really is.
People suck.
Literally just staring at me.
Aww. He's like, take me home, Billy.
No, I can't.
Why not?
He won't be around for very long. I think. Just once his hair grows out a little bit, it looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, we're making fun of you, but that's okay. You can make fun of us too.
He feels much freer now with his haircut.
Give kisses and everything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's a cutie. Definitely.
Very well behaved.
Billy, gearing up for, you'll be over at Mills Parole pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the music with the Subaru Loves Learning.
Looking forward to it.
I saw that nationally, they help 750,000 plus kids every year.
Yeah. It's a really cool program.
Amazing.
That's a crazy number too.
Yeah. It's a lot of kids. Yeah, Subaru actually, they do love learning. They invest in the education of children and just make sure that, those that maybe don't have the opportunities that others do, get those opportunities. So
they just hope that they can graduate and learn some of the tech that they can put into future Subarus down the line and hire them. They're playing the long game on the hiring process.
Remember those colored pencils? Remember that trombone you got back in 3rd grade?
Yeah, I mean, that's just such awesome. I was thinking about that. I mean, and I was talking to a music teacher that was not at Mills Parole, but they were like, it's so needed.
Yeah.
That, the schools don't support the music programs. That's an easy one to cut.
Sure.
And it's so valuable to have,
Yeah. I mean, it's where a lot of these kids, figure out that they have a passion for the art of music. It may not be the instrument that they start off with, but they can read it and they can enjoy it and they, have some success in it, gives them confidence and
you should invite them back to Annapolis Subaru for a concert one night.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have a concert.
That'd be cool.
I thought it was very cool when you said that gives them enough instruments to be able to take them home.
Yeah, it should.
Practice, which I think is so important to kind of practice by themselves and or in front of their family. And it's so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was also reading the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Subaru had been number 2 in customer satisfaction for a couple of years against Toyota.
Okay.
And no longer. It's
number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. It said if you purchased a Crosstrek, Outback, Forester, or another Subaru all-wheel drive vehicle, you are now the most satisfied of any mainstream non-luxury car brand's customers.
Makes sense to me.
I said, yeah, just caught Toyota USA for top title. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Love it.
And,
love it.
100% of the people I know that have Subarus are happy with them. So that's
love that too.
And we have another SPCA happy customer.
Oh yeah.
Yes. They came in and they bought a previously owned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were super happy.
Good.
Really, really happy.
Good.
The pre-owned, certainly a certified pre-owned is probably a great way to go. And you said you have a bunch of inventory on that too.
Yeah, we have a lot of people when they if they're looking to, they've been with one brand for a long time and they're not quite sure, they're kind of thinking of going in a different direction. The CPO, the certified pre-owned program Subaru has is phenomenal. And a lot of people end up buying certified pre-owns, end up, a few years later, getting a new one. Yeah. Yep. So it's a good introduction into the Subaru world and the Subaru family, and you get a really good warranty that comes with it. 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. All the cars have to be, meet the 152-point certified inspection, and it's all.
What's point 38? Do you know? I wasn't able to figure that one out.
38 out of 152. I'd have to look at the list.
Anyone have a calculator?
I'd have to look at the list, but it's a full on inspection, and the cool thing about it. So there's obviously the Maryland state inspection that all pre-owned cars have to pass in order to be sold and titled and registered in the state of Maryland. But the certified inspection, goes above and beyond that.
But I know that on Sunday we have the puppy plunge. But before we get into that, though,
wait, it's holy crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Puppy
time.
plunge is Sunday. But before we get into that,
this is not lights on the bay yet, Billy. Calm down.
Wait a minute,
it's not
Billy,
lights on the bay.
Where did the summer go?
I've got something that may calm you down.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, no. And before the puppy plunge on Saturday at Thrive Wellness Dispensary, right up here on General's Highway, right by the bowling alley, they're from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. They're doing a fundraiser for the SPCA.
Isn't that cool?
They're going to have a pet photo booth, vendor pop-ups, live entertainment.
Thrive Dispensary? What's that?
Thrive.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You'd have to go. It's Thrive Wellness Dispensary.
Okay.
And they dispense wellness.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of happy people there.
Mental wellness?
Sure.
Yeah, we appreciate them doing that for us, which is very cool. It's right near the bowling alley.
Near the bowling alley?
Yeah, it's just, I think, before the bowling alley.
Right.
It's very hard to see. It's not real obvious.
Comes up on you quick.
Okay.
Okay, you've got the dispensary on West Street, which screams Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you've got this one that's sort of hidden behind. I think it used to be a building that used to have billiards and darts and something or other. I think it's back behind there.
Yeah, I don't know. Never been to any of them. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not you, Billy.
But the puppy plunge on Sunday at 11. And
it's going to be fabulous weather.
Yes.
Now, so it's going to be a lot of fun stuff. So we are going to have a DJ. We're going to have a tiki bar there, so that's very cool.
Tiki
and then
bar.
Yeah, it's it's movable mixtures, and and they were there last year. We did, everybody seemed to enjoy them. We're also going to have a truck for the dogs for treats. It's called Rock's Canine Cuisine, so the dogs can go up and they can pick their treats. So it's just a dog, food truck for the dogs. And then we have Crabtown Curbs, Harbor Q, Always Ice Cream, Bragg's Cafe, Kona, and Kona Ice. And they've always been so supportive. Kona's been with us since the very beginning of Puppy Plunge.
They're like a staple, every event in Annapolis.
And it's just so fun. I mean, they make it
Kona
even more fun. That's it. That's right.
So John's suggesting that you go to the dispensary on Saturday to support the SPCA.
Stock up and get
stock up, then head over to the Puppy Plunge, hit the tiki bar.
And all the food trucks.
And just sit there and watch these dogs swim in the water.
That's it.
What a weekend somebody is going to have. A lot of people are going to have.
This perfect weekend brought to you by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA.
There you go. There you go. And the Puppy Plunge, it's only $10 to get in. So
that's awesome. And are you taking any kind of, is it just cash to get in?
No. We can take cards too.
Okay, so they can swipe the Venmo-y thing for something like that. Okay, cool. Because I know a couple years ago, it was
cash though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously cash is great because then we don't get the the transaction
fee
and all that. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather will be great, and it's from 11 to 2, and of course we have the pie eating contest. So if anyone's interested in joining in, well, they're dogs. Joining
Melo,
in,
you gonna hit this pie eating contest or what, man? You got to get that cone off.
Yeah, he's got to get that hat off before he can do that. But you just sign up when you get there. So we're not doing any
Melo is mellowing out right here on the floor. He is very happy and content.
He's hanging.
Just waiting for the phone to ring at the SPCA.
That's right.
To give him a forever home. And the website at the SPCA, of course, is aacspca.org. And the website at Annapolis Subaru is annapolissubaru.com. Plenty of vehicles and certified pre-owned vehicles that are here.
Yeah.
And but if you take nothing out of this particular episode, just 6% more of the people that are going to get an animal this year, if they would adopt as opposed to buy, you could eliminate all of the euthanasia that goes on in the shelters. And you guys are a no-kill shelter, and I hate that term.
Yeah.
But I understand the need that not all of them can be.
Right. I mean, the county facilities.
It's so unfortunate.
And Yeah. And we try to help out as much as we can for the high kill shelters when we do have extra space or any, fosters or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, the need is there. And so many times people will say, oh, well, I felt so bad. I went to the breeder and they were in poor conditions and the environment was gross and everything. And so I felt bad leaving it. So I wanted, but every time you take more and you buy more of these dogs, they're just going to keep breeding.
Right.
Because the need is there.
6%. That's a number you need to worry about and see if we can make that a little bit better this year.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you guys next week after the puppy plunge.
That's right.
Sounds good.
See you then.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.